Can't kill the spark, you're under attack. You light the fuse, no holding back. We're gasoline and static sound. You fill me up to watch me drown. You built it up from the ground. I came around to burn it down.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host and captain and El Jefe, Moses Marquez!
Welcome to Max Wrestling Podcast 571. I am your captain alongside El Jefe, Moses Marquez, along with the man called Beer, bringing our commitment to this wonderful, batshit crazy world of professional wrestling.
We are fresh off of a massive title change in Germany and just a couple of weeks away from the Rumble. But coming up tonight, after finally starting to lose her one of 73 million belts at this point, Mercedes Mone has gone from a hiatus on AEW, and boy howdy, were we excited about it. BRON BREAKKER causes absolute chaos in Dusseldorf. There you go, I think I said that right. Plus, we find out who accepted my open challenge for a trivia bout next week for the right to take on Ted Pitanero at Promo Rumble 11, and following her actions at Promo Geddon and the Phoenix's challenges last week, we hear from the Demoness as she addresses the Dragon Club. Oh boy, I hope you boys are ready to hear from her. Now is the perfect time to make your Max Wrestling your new home for all things wrestling, and all you got to do is smash that like button and the subscribe button at the same time. For those that prefer the old-fashioned podcast, head on over to SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is you get your podcast. And for a whole bunch of links and a whole lot more, head on over to the beautifully redone website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
Yeah, and still no new graphics on the screen behind me mainly because the USB that the original file was on is behind those drawers. So I haven't been able to get to it to convert it yet. Hopefully next week.
Every parent understands how pain in the ass it is to move furniture.
Well, it's a pain in the ass that they put a USB port at the back of the TV, so you try and take it out and it fucking falls behind. But anyway, as you should know by now, but the end of the show is never the end. Sometimes even 2 hours is not enough for us to get everything said. I mean, we got to cover like 9 hours of TV every week. So join Cypher for Aftermax live on Facebook right after the show. The QR code is on the screen right now. It is unpredictable as they come. There could be guests, there could be announcements, so scan and go after the show. Now, like we did last week, let's begin with a little taste of the old. We haven't done this. Actually, no. Last week I said we hadn't done it in over a year. We had done it just under a year before, I think. But anyway, it is time to go down the tunnel of time for this week in wrestling history. And it's only a short-ish one. Historically, not much happens in January. But, well, after Wrestle Kingdom anyway. January 12th, 1972. This is a big moment in wrestling history. New Japan Pro Wrestling is founded by the late, great Antonio Inoki. And as I'm sure you're all aware, it is one of the most influential wrestling promotions in history. Many would consider it the WWE of Japan.
Yeah, you would.
Definitely.
And I think since we've been doing this show, actually, in the last decade or so, more and more people are becoming, in the Western world, are becoming more and more familiar with New Japan. It's great to see that legendary promotion become more and more involved in pop culture and introducing its own stars into the WWE bubble, such as Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful way to get introduced by it. If you didn't follow the WCW, you used to know about them. You got a whole bunch of them in NXT and all the other stuff. Yeah, no, it was a boom period, and thank God for it, because we were missing out if you weren't following.
I think the turning point was, actually, it was the first time I watched Wrestle Kingdom. I believe it was the first time they broadcast it with English-speaking commentary live.
I want to say that was 11.
Yeah, I think it was Wrestle Kingdom 10 or 11. Kevin Kelly was on the panel. I know that much.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the first one with English commentary, so that's why it was a big thing, and that's why it started a boom. And more people jumped on the New Japan train. I did have New Japan World for a while, but there's so much I subscribe to.
There's so many things to watch.
Also, you can, if you want to watch New Japan live, you kind of have to get up at 8 a.m. our time. I don't know, what time is it for you live?
The 2 in the morning.
Well, that's our world for WWE.
I'm about to say, that's your guys' world each and every week, so.
Alright, so that's New Japan being founded on this week in 1972. Moving on to January 18th, 1998, one of the most pivotal nights in the Attitude Era, as San Jose hosted the Royal Rumble, headlined by a casket match between The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, which is where HBK suffered his infamous back injury. You can see it easily as he just smacks his lower back on the edge of the casket, going over the top rope. And he stuck around for a couple of months, but it eventually put him out of action for 4 years. Michaels picked up the win thanks to Kane again, who then set the casket on fire with the Undertaker inside. But if you had the bonus scene, I believe on the VHS, it showed you after the show and after the air, they opened the casket, Taker wasn't even in there. So
Nice.
I bet me getting the VHS of that.
yes. And of course, the poster and the cover was Stone Cold with all the nails in his head. It was supposed to be Pinhead, Hellraiser tribute, but the 98 Rumble match was won by Stone Cold Steve Austin, who entered the match as a marked man and went on to eliminate The Rock to win and eventually face Shawn Michaels for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 14, along with Mike Tyson as the controversial special referee.
Controversial indeed.
I remember Austin's entry in that match is one of my favorite Royal Rumble entries ever, because the whole build up to the match was everybody looking for Austin to kind of take him out. And then something happened with Chains. I can never quite remember, but he missed his entrance, and I think the story was Stone Cold beat him up backstage because he tried to jump Austin. But anyway, Austin's music hit, and everyone just stops fighting. They all just stand still, waiting for Austin to come down the ramp, and he just comes from behind and with a chair, and there you go. Good old Stone Cold fashion.
Speaking of Royal Rumbles, did you know that on this day today, it was the first ever Royal Rumble that was won by Big John Studd?
Hey.
Yeah, you're probably going to get a lot of Rumble history this month. But yeah, a lot of people seem to either not know or forget that Big John Studd won the original Rumble. Of course, the first one that was won where they introduced the winner goes to Mania stipulation was Yokozuna in 93.
Yes.
Yeah. And look how that one turned out.
Yeah.
92 still to go with Ric Flair winning the Rumble that year.
Yeah, that's for the title.
Ever.
One of my other favorites was, I think it was 1989. It was either 88 or 89, where Jake the Snake Roberts came in, obviously with the Python, and Jerry Lawler was hiding under the ring.
96.
Was it 96? Jesus, I thought that was earlier.
1996.
No, the craziest bit is like you would think some of like the older vibe of WWF was like early 90s. No, it was like 95, 96. Trust me, doing the retro, you were like, this happened now? This was, you swore God it was 91. I thought this was like well before my time. Nope. This is right when you started watching, bud.
Was it? Yeah, it was 96. Huh.
Crazy. So, gotta love it. So, from this week in history to the here and the now, we jump into this week in wrestling.
Alright, this week in wrestling, WWE took over Germany this week, starting with SmackDown from Berlin, where we saw Chuck Williams make his SmackDown in-ring debut against Rey Fenix, and Carmelo Hayes retain the United States Championship over Shinsuke Nakamura in a standout open challenge. Jordan Grace's debut match on the main roster ended with a confrontation with Jade Cargill, and Jordan's entire biceps are bigger than Jade's entire frame. Perhaps an actual title defense from Jade is coming. The MFTs scored a win over the Wyatt Six on Raw from Dusseldorf. Gunther outsmarted AJ Styles with a fake tap out behind the referee's back, while Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez won the number one contenders triple threat tag team match, earning a shot at the newly minted women's tag team champions Rio. As we said, absolute chaos broke out as Braun Breakker was suspended after going hell for leather on Dragon Lee and Penta and putting his hands on Adam Pearce. Javon Evans got bouncy and picked up his first official main roster win over Bravo Americano. But let's get into all of this because we switch our eyes back to SmackDown, where Drew McIntyre reclaimed the WWE Championship in a brutal 3 Stages of Hell match against Cody Rhodes. Which also saw the return of Jacob Fatu before McIntyre ultimately slipped himself out of the cage. This was a really good 3 Stages of Hell match. Once it didn't take long to switch into that gear. I thought it was going to drag a little bit in the first stage with the straight wrestling, but they got through that pretty quick. And then they said it was no holds barred for the second stage, but they announced it was Falls Count Anywhere, and obviously it was.
It's the same shit.
It's same shit. It's hardcore rules. Sometimes you can pin them outside the ring, sometimes you can't. But
exactly. That's the only decipher.
But we got a Crossroads through the announce table. Thankfully, the table didn't no sell it.
Oh yeah, no stiff tables around here, bud. Well, not with big ass Drew McIntyre going through it.
No.
Monster. Man.
I didn't watch this live, but unfortunately the result was spoiled for me. But I don't think it really spoiled my enjoyment of the match. No. Even though I knew Drew was going to win, watching it, the cage match I think was my favorite stage because even though I knew Drew was going to win, it still seemed like it was anybody's ball game.
Oh yeah, no, it gave you, for those that did watch it live, that's exactly the feel it gave you. It's like, okay, well, it's anyone's ball game. You never know what's gonna happen in the cage. You would think that would be Cody's cool event. I don't always look at Cody, and I don't know why I think like cage matches are gonna be his thing when it really should be ladder matches from all the AEW shit we've seen. But every time I see Cody in the cage, I immediately think of Dusty in the cage.
Yeah,
and I'm like, Dusty used to win a lot of cage matches. This guy's got the grit. But then you're going up against a massive Scott. Massive.
Yeah. Obviously, I think most people would agree it was the right call. Like, for me personally, I got nothing against Cody. I could see how some people would see his reign as a little bit stale. It
is.
He doesn't translate well from chaser to champion. But I don't think that's entirely his fault.
Yeah, there you go. It's
they
not
just don't.
Him.
The material he gets when he's chasing the title is great. The material he gets when he's a champion is shit.
Look at everyone else in that fucking company. It's literally the same issue. There's a reason why most of these champions can't stay champions for long, and the ones that do is because they're dicks that we like, aka Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
definitely.
But it was high time Drew had a decent reign. I think we've all been waiting for it since the whole 5-minute reign cash-in at Mania.
Oh, God. I fucking erased that from my brain, and it's back.
I mean, I was fine with it at the time, and obviously it led into the Punk feud, but I thought he was going to get a proper reign sooner than he did after that.
And then they dragged it out. Yeah, especially with how fucking, like, over he made the whole company just by going on Twitter and talking shit.
Yeah, him and Punk carried a feud all year, and they were both injured for half the time.
Yeah. Crazy. And you think, like, hey, dude, the least we can do is reward you with, like, 3-month title reign, right? No, 5 fucking minutes. 5 fucking minutes.
Obviously, this changes how we're going into WrestleMania. The big rumor was Roman Cody 3, which is fine, but that doesn't need the title, as far as I'm concerned.
Blow my skirt up.
It doesn't need the belt. It was just the perfect ending as it was for the second match. It was just the beautiful ending.
Yeah, I think Roman and Cody are definitely done feuding over the championship. Any beef they have now, if they want to settle the score, because obviously they're 1-on-1, again, they don't need the belt. They can just go at it in a blood feud. I'm fine with that. But it does raise a question over who's going to face Drew at Mania.
It's only one man. Sami Zayn. I've called this for 12 months. Never beaten Drew. And I personally would go for a year where Sami is chasing, but Sami does not win it till, like, say, a Survivor Series, something like that. But you know, Sesame Street Levesque, he goes with the safer option. It's in NXT, he used to go for it. He's always made mad shit. On the main roster, he's been a bit afraid of taking risks, and it's not the Triple H we know. You know what I mean?
Do not get the same fucking attention span in the main as you do in NXT. You can drag it on in NXT, and it's like, fucking yeah, finally. You do it too long with the main, and these fucking nerds get bored. They don't understand why it's taking so long, and then they get frustrated, and I don't want it, and now it sucks, and it's like, you said Sami, and that's why my eyes went big, because I was like, you know what? That works fantastically. Look at how we were looking for him to be the guy to win the Rumble, to be the, you know what I mean? He could have been Jay, is, you know, what the whole fucking saying was for a while. It could have been him. Why not Sami? And now's an opportunity to go with that. Remember the whole climb in NXT where he had to beat the unbeatable, you know, Neville, who was on top of the fucking world.
Yes. As I keep saying, it's one of my favorite storylines in NXT history.
Massive foreigner, but, you know, in size rather than height. And then again, we got size and height in a massive foreigner. Why not? Sami Zayn's the ultimate fucking underdog. I really like that. If you have 3 months, we got 3 months to Mania. Build the fuck out of it. If he loses, and God help me if he doesn't, because then that's just going to make this that much better. But if not, if you had to drag it, the furthest you could go is fucking SummerSlam, and that's pushing it. That's pushing it.
When are they in Canada this year?
Oh God, that's a fantastic.
Well, they're in Montreal for Saturday night's main event, but I don't think many of the venues.
He needs a bigger moment than that.
Yeah,
we know Chamber's going to be in Chicago.
SummerSlam, definitely.
Yeah, we need like an Ontario or something.
But going back real quick, if I can make a cooking analogy between NXT booking and main roster booking, with NXT you let it simmer and it comes out beautiful. On the main roster, you just let it boil and you overcook the fucking rice.
Yeah.
Don't overcook the rice.
Don't overcook the rice. And don't forget the salt.
Hey,
and the egg.
Finally, somebody said it.
And the egg fried rice is always the best.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes.
So far, all they are is for Canada is they're booked for 3 shows, and the biggest one is a Saturday night's main event.
Well, I know when SummerSlam is. I know they've announced a date, but they must have announced a location as well.
It's in Indianapolis, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course. It's supposed to be Brock's retirement, possibly, maybe.
Oh, Minneapolis. That's
yeah.
Oh, Minneapolis.
It's in Brock's stomping ground.
Minnesota.
So, you know what? I think I'd be okay with a safe option with Zayn winning at Mania. It's a feel-good moment.
Hey.
It kind of sucks that Drew would be a transitional champion, but maybe he could win it back again afterwards and they could feud over it again for the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy with that.
But for sure. But again, it's pulling that trigger is going to... How long do you keep them invested? You know what I mean?
But I definitely see
my worry.
The Chamber winner is probably going to go on to face the world champion, being Punk.
Only one man.
That's the problem. Well, I mean, we've also got... I still don't know where I stand on Seth. I keep saying it's in Chicago. There's got to be some kind of screw job. But is Seth coming back as a face because the vision turned on him? It would kind of suck because Becky is just full-on heel right now.
That's the problem. So that's something they need to digest and get sorted out. I'm still going to go Breakker. Book him like they did Shayna Baszler in that Elimination Chamber. Do you remember that in 2020? Mm-hmm. And she eliminated everyone. I want Breakker to do that.
I was going to say, unfortunately, I do. But the problem wasn't that Shayna won. The problem was they'd already pretty much said it was going to be Becky and Shayna before Shayna won her spot. So it kind of made the whole chamber match redundant. But if they hadn't have teased anything with Becky beforehand, it would have been great for Shayna. But they fucked her from the start.
This could be different. We all know that Braun is an absolute fucking monster. Look, he almost beat up his own goddamn boss, for fuck's sake. So it's, we already know he's going to go on a tear. You don't put a wild animal in a cage with other animals, okay? There's a reason why, you get your own fucking cage. And this dude is going to run roughshod. And I don't see why we shouldn't have fucking, if it's going to be main event, Mania 2-night event, whatever bullshit, I don't see how we don't end both nights with two new champions. And they're both, I wouldn't say on the up and up, because fucking I keep thinking of Sammy as the NXT
Sammy's a veteran
He's
now.
Far from it. Sammy's a vet now. But it's like, as much as that's a feel-good moment, it's something he deserves. You look at Braun Breakker, and it's the undeniable. It's the Goldberg move now. This guy is everything in a bag of fucking chips, and he doesn't know how to slow down. I don't think he could slow down if he wanted to slow down. And you fucking have to strap the rocket to this kid. You have to fucking do it. There's no other option. There's no backup plan. As much as I love Seth, and I fucking do, we could figure out some kind of bullshit way to turn Becky in 3 months. Okay, so her and her husband can be in cahoots, whatever. I personally don't give a fuck. That has nothing to do with me in that opinion. I'm just afraid of them squandering yet another. God, I hate to use this fucking word like this, but perfect prospect.
Yeah.
There's in every scouting sheet in every sport in the world, he ticks every box. He gets a grade either perfect or above average. Every fucking thing he does. You cannot start denying this kid now. If he ends up being a transitional champion because he's young, that I can deal with. That I can accept. But not giving him his, and I hate to say it like this, his just desserts, I don't know what to fucking say. This kid should fucking win the Elimination Chamber with ease. Go in there, beat the dog shit out of Punk, and put the whole fucking roster on notice.
I think the last 2 weeks have been a perfect indication of what their plans are with Breakker. They tested the water with a title match with Punk, and to see if he could sink or swim, and he fucking swam.
He swam.
I don't think losing hurt him at all. I think it proved that he can hang, and if he goes at it again, he's gonna win. And then
the only thing that hurt him was the one botch he fucking had. We knew he was gonna fucking lose. It was the one botch he had. If the kid had a fucking buttery smooth fucking match, we would have been like, why isn't he champion by now?
At least he went back and fixed it.
Hey.
And then this week, the whole Rampage, I think that's an indication of his performance in the Chamber match. So I think we've seen two little Easter eggs for the past couple of weeks of Bron Breakker's next couple of months of booking. AJ and Gunther was a great match. I'm glad that this wasn't a one and done, because they're clearly going to go at it again. And Gunther showing a little bit of brains in knowing exactly where the ref was, tapping AJ's side so the ref couldn't see, and then just taking advantage. Just genius move.
Orthodox, but genius indeed.
And it definitely doesn't hurt AJ either.
No, it builds to the feud. It makes you be like, this guy is that much more of a dick. Which I'm sure people have already started to think that about Gunther. Just him walking around with the fucking suit and the big old... He's totally giving off the douchebag vibes, and I love it right now. It's working perfectly. But I do hate the internet, because I fucking saw one goddamn image of AJ laying there with a goddamn smile tapping out to Gunther, and I'm just like, don't tell me that's what's going to happen in 3 months. But as cheeky as it was, I think this is going to be an excellent way to either jumpstart the end of AJ's run or finish it. However it ends up being. When is his contract done?
I think it's the end of the year, same as Cena.
Okay, that's what I'm hoping for.
Like, nothing spectacular happened this week, but I do think it was a great week to showcase young talent, and it's a league's difference between Triple H and Vince. Like this week, we saw a whole lot of spotlight on Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Jordan Grace, and all three of them have literally just come up to the main roster, and they're already getting some shine.
But that's how it should be.
Exactly.
That's how it should be. When NXT was, I hate to say it, the freaking, the wrestling fans' best kept secret. When guys, and I hate having to use him because he was hot when he came out, and then he ended up sucking balls. Baron Corbin. I remember when Baron Corbin was first debuting, and I would be in a fucking arena and be like, yeah, hell yeah, Baron. Nobody. You don't know Baron Corbin? Am I a nerd? I'm a fucking nerd. And then, or you'd pop because of Enzo and Cash. Because, you bada bing, whatever, the whole whatever. And it's like, fucking, now, we knew of Carmelo Hayes. It was a lighter, it was an easier blow to take. But now, when Trick came out, they were chanting. When Jordan Grace was out, eyes were on. It was a big moment. And then Javon Evans, Jesus criminy.
What a kid.
This guy's incredible.
I've never seen somebody just set themselves up for stardom so fucking quick. Just so fucking quick. He's just one of those dudes. He's just like, nah, I don't need to study for the test. I know what I'm doing. Walks in, fucking does it with fucking sunglasses on. See you later, teach, and just walks out. And you're like, I want to be that guy. That's fucking Javon Evans. Right
and he still gets an A.
And he still gets an A. And then he's banging the hot cheerleader and still helps the fucking, the weird kid. Fucking, he's the goddamn, he's the best.
Speaking of the weird kid,
Energy.
I just realized I'm like
Bingo.
full nerd today. I got Stranger Things out, Godzilla t-shirt, and a Pokemon mug.
Fucking A.
I'm embracing the whole culture this week.
That's how we roll, baby.
Also,
and everyone's talking about Javon and obviously Jordan, which is great. Wait till Obafemi arrives.
oh yeah,
Stop it.
Wait till that Batman arrives.
are we?
Can't wait.
Do we know Raw or SmackDown, or do we still not know?
Well, according to apparently it's meant to be. I think it's Fightful because Fightful's better than Uncle Dave. Apparently it's going to be Raw, but
Good.
I don't mind where he goes. But I would hold back his debut on the main roster. Save it for the Royal Rumble. Who remembers
Bingo.
Diesel in the
Yeah.
'94 Royal Rumble when he was killing everyone? That's where you put Ober in, or you have Brock in the ring, and then you have Ober. Remember Keith Lee, 2020.
Yep.
Who's
That
this
one.
big motherfucker?
Big boy. That's what I think Lesnar actually said. That's where you debut Ober. Debut this guy like the bad bastard that he is. I've seen him since day one in NXT. He is fucking phenomenal.
I'm assuming Brock's going to be in the Rumble, so just
Well,
like imagine Brock standing in the ring and then Ober's just strutting down to the ring like he does.
I think that's a perfect fucking image. That exact situation should happen. I need Brock to make fun of his fucking strike just to get his ass whipped. Just to get his ass whipped. And I think it would work out beautifully. The Rumble's what? We're 2 weeks out?
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Okay, sweet.
and it's an afternoon Rumble for us, the Riyadh Rumble.
Oh, that's right, because, yeah, the Riyadh
7
Rumble.
o'clock our time.
Is it? I thought it was 2 p.m.
That might be 2 p.m. in the U. That might be in America.
Yeah, that might be us, fam.
Oh, I thought we get it in the afternoon when it's in Saudi.
I'll have a look. Let's have a sneak.
So I don't know what time zone we're at.
Normally
Because
Saudi
obviously
shows for us are at like 11, so...
Europe.
Yeah, no, 2 sounds right. 2 Eastern.
Europe for us is like 7, 8 at night.
7 p.m.
Oh, okay.
That's all. That's
not terrible.
All right then. We get an evening Rumble in the UK.
Hey, there you go. Evening.
Don't mind it.
rather than a stupid o'clock. All right, we're going to get into Dynamite a little bit later on, but really quickly we'll switch on an AEW topic, which is putting a smile on all our faces. Mercedes Mone has begun losing her plethora of belts and is now taking a break from AEW after a crash out on Collision.
Nice. Nicely put. Yeah, no sign of the Mercedes train on Dynamite, and thank God for it. I mean, hell, there was even a 4-way women's tag. So I was like, oh, crap, they're going to throw her in there? Nope. Thank goodness gracious. The hiatus has begun. How long it stays, we don't know. The inevitable is bound to happen, though. She will eventually win the big one and come back and be the quote-unquote megastar. And at this point, fine, because you know you did it the right way. You built her up, built her up, built her up, built her up. Oh, you can't win the big one, you lose them all. Oh no, you're shit. And then sympathy. I guess we'll figure out if she gets it or not. I'm more of like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? We played the role. We knew where we were going. Does she figure out how to gain momentum? You know what I mean? Or is she always just going to be the one we love to hate?
Well, I was going to say, like, were we wrong about her or were we not? I don't think so. I've seen a lot of people go out there and say, oh, we owe Mercedes an apology for being... No, we don't. Because...
No.
Just because she's lost the TBS title now doesn't mean shit. We knew she was going to lose it eventually. The problem was how much it stunk. The whole going to other companies that we've never heard of and winning belts and putting them on the map, and we still don't know who the fuck they are.
That's again, and that's what Kenny did. No, at least you watched TNA. At least you got into some of the shit. Maybe it wasn't as much as you would like, but at least he did it. At least guys from TNA showed up. At least there was more than the I went there and won by. We didn't see it. We don't know. We don't understand if this good woman was any good or not. How many people were in the crowd? 17, you say? Okay.
In a bingo hall.
Hey.
Yeah.
Like with Kenny, you saw Kenny in TNA, and you had Kenny in AAA.
Yeah.
Every promotion. That's why Kenny is. Deonna Purrazzo exactly the same.
Yes.
But Mercedes, when is she going to drop all these stupid, irrelevant titles? But the main one she's dropped is the big one. Now, I don't mind her now winning the title as long as it's a gimmick change. Because this CEO character garbage, it's not working. If she was the boss, like Sasha Banks, it would work. Because she had swagger, she had it. Her character was very good as the boss. Now, people are going to say I'm biased, which I'm not. If you saw my Dynamite review, I was called Mr. Positive. So
No, I completely agree. Even as a heel, as a boss, she carried this confidence that wasn't necessarily overly arrogant. Like, she was sure of herself, and she was in your face, and she was fiery. But as the CEO, she's just an annoying, obnoxious, spoiled little fucking brat.
Yeah.
Bingo.
I second that.
And I hate the entrance music where it's piped in chanting.
Oh, yeah.
That
doesn't make it any much better.
Great. I thought her second theme was better than her first theme.
Thank you. I'm glad that you brought up his name, because here's my whole fucking bit. Didn't Snoop Dogg wrestle on AEW? And if that's your goddamn uncle, you can tell me that you can't figure out a better theme. You had to steal Gunther's theme and fucking chop the shit out of it and say, like, this is me now. Huh?
I'd say can we use Snoop Dogg, but he did also butcher Cody's theme.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just fucking change the whole music. I'm sure if you changed the whole music, it wouldn't be too bad. No, they just try to add Snoop Dogg on Cody's fucking theme on background music.
Yeah, the only person that I think can get away with mixing like shades of their original theme with hip hop was Kurt Angle in TNA, because that was a badass theme.
Hell yeah.
Trademark.
Yes.
The one
I keep forgetting that was trademark. Cena's cousin.
That trademark. Wow. That theme is still that's a theme to have in the gym. It's that theme by
Kurt carried that theme.
Kurt's had everything.
Speaking of Kurt, he's the past and the future of the NXT Championship was addressed by the GM Ava, setting a stage for a wide open chase. While the Vice picked up a key victory over Kalani Jordan, Jasper Troy retained the men's speed title, and all eyes are on the qualifiers for the ladder match to determine the new NXT champion. But for a more in-depth look on Tuesday night, we may not have a jackhammer, we may have a spear, but beer is here for the NXT round.
Bada boom.
Alright, let's get into the NXT round where the show starts up with Ava addressing the NXT fans about the NXT Championship situation after Obafemi vacated the championship last week in a great match against Leon Slater. Ricky Saints interrupted thanks to fans for coming out sarcastically, and also said he ran the Stand and Deliver main event from last year out to the main roster. Ava announces that there's going to be a 6-man ladder match at the 3rd of February episode of NXT for the vacant NXT Championship, with a brawl leading out between the whole men's locker room until the arrival of Evolved's Keanu Carver changed the game, and he pretty much murdered everyone on the roster. If you've not watched Evolve, I suggest watching it, because Keanu Carver is a fucking beast. That is Impact, and that is how you book the next big monster of the NXT division. With the opening match sees Kalani Jordan versus Lola Vice, a very, very solid opener with a Thunder backfist after Kalani tried to cheat. A very good match. After the match, Lola Vice called out Izzy Dame for a North American Championship match. Next we have the Speed Championship between Jasper Troy and Tavion Heights. Not really keen, wasn't really bothered about the Speed Championship match. Troy wins with a super Black Hole Slam to retain the Speed Championship, with Heights getting ambushed at the end by Lexis Keane. Next up, Kendall Gray and Ren St. Clair outside Ava's office. It's time for another match with JC to be confronted by Zaruka. As they all barged into Ava's office, Ava announces that Zaruka will face Kendall Gray and Ren St. Clair and Fallon Henley and Lainey Reed for I believe they will fight. They'll have a match next week, and the winners will face the Knockout Tag Team Champions, whether it's the Inspiration or the Elegance brand. Next up, we have another Elio Lafleur vignette who will arrive, and we have the announcement that he will be debuting next week. He will be facing Ethan Page for the North American Championship. Now, I am looking forward to seeing this cat. I've seen a few matches on the independent scene, and this dude looks good. Now, anyway, let's get from even good to even better, with Blake Monroe returns to our screens after heartbreaking got banned from the arena due to an attack on Thea Hale last week. Talks about how she is the moment and that she lost her patience, to be interrupted by the returning Jada Parker, who we've not seen in months. Blake asks if she can help her. Jada attacks Blake and taps her with a hit knife. Huge pop for Jada. Great to see her back, but this feud, sign me up for this match. Next up, we have Stax defending the TNA International Championship against Shallow Hill, a match I thought I did not really care about, but turned out to be a banger. Ariana assisting Stax by reversing an inside cradle for the 3 count. Very good match. Surprised. Izzy Dame addresses the fans after a shock win last week over Thea Hale, welcomes fans to the new reality. Tatum Paxley interrupts and attacks Izzy after the banger they had last week. Looks like this feud is still going to continue. Finish at a Vengeance Day. And main event of the night sees Joe Hendry going one-on-one with Dion Lennox from Dark State in a brilliant no disqualification match. Hendry had 2 big badasses by his side, which is Lucien Price and Bronco Nima from OTM. Hendry picks up the win with, I think it was the standing ovation, after Tony D'Angelo then hits a spinebuster on both men, but drags Hendry on Lennox. Interesting what they're doing with Tony D'Angelo, and to be fair, I think Tony D could be the favourite to win the NXT Championship. Very solid show all around. But now my sources are saying it's time for something. Time for something. Oh, what is it you ask? You know the time. It's time for last night of Dynamite. Take it away to the man, the myth, the icon, El Jefe. Brother, it's all you.
So, hopping into the last night on Dynamite, but before we get into the actual show itself, I think Beer brought it to us, and then, of course, the internet branches out according to, was it Fightful?
Yeah, Sapia.
According to Fightful, a lot more recognizable than I still listen to Uncle Dave, but I also fucking...
You know what, Fightful are not as bad as they used to be. I used to call them Fightful of shit.
That's true.
But,
they've gotten better, probably from our bashing, thanks to us. But it's... rumor has it that Hobbs' contract is about done in AEW, and he's going to absolutely beeline it to WWE, kind of how the Rascals just did to fucking from TNA to AEW. So we're already kind of brainstorming about where this whole thing could go. Where Ricky Starks being, I would think he's going to be in NXT for a bit. He just doesn't seem to fit the main. And maybe at some point, in maybe a year or two, he might. He gives me the Johnny Gargano vibes, but more of I don't want to watch you than little guy that is awesome.
Yeah.
But then again, that's also his character. He is supposed to be an overtop, arrogant asshole. He is supposed to be the miniature Rock. I said it out loud. I don't care. But with coming in with Hobbs, you can totally pair them together. You know what I mean? There's always been that the big guy, little guy mentality. My bodyguard to my, me, whatever. And I think that could work because Ricky could be a great mouthpiece for Hobbs. Allow Hobbs to just be an absolute monster, which is something that should have fucking happened in AEW. They did try about 3 times. He did tear both knees, so I guess I can't give him too much crap. But at the same time, any chance that they got to give him momentum, they gave it up once it started to get warm rather than hot. Yeah. So hopefully it's different in NXT, and I'm thinking it would be because Uncle Sean gets it. Uncle Sean gets it.
Does.
Speaking of getting just absolute, I would say it, but in this instance, that it would be absolutely brutalization. Getting into Dynamite from last night, we opened the show with Darby Allin against Pac. God, despite interference from Wheeler, who lives under the bridge next to the Trollman, this match, first off, they fought everywhere and then some for 48 minutes. It felt like I swear to God, I saw 5 commercials, ate a fucking bowl of cereal, and came back and they were still fighting in the goddamn rafters. He's doing these coffin drops with no light. It's fucking dark up there. I couldn't see them, and he's all, "Hey, you gonna catch me?" The fucking camera guy can't see you. He's gonna fucking, yeah, sure, come on there, white guy, just fucking land on me. Oh Lord. And we talk about, we just brought up how Sean broke his back off the casket, and then we see Darby Allin get fucking suplexed into stairs. And
that was rough.
Oh, it's like he's gonna break his back.
And there's no telling Pac to slow down. Just not happening. But this was a great opener. Darby Allin absolutely sneaks the freaking win somehow, some way, overcomes the brutalization of the bastard himself. And yes, Wheeler Yuta, the fucking troll under the bridge with the wet hair. Brian Keith apparently has a fucking, I don't know what the deal was. That's right, I met you 3 years ago, and then he stumbles over his promo or whatever, and then we have a match, and I'm like, huh?
Keith,
why are you here, bro? He tried. I'll give him that. He tried. Hangman beats Brian Keith's ass with an assist from Swerve Strickland because Big Ass Cass was out there, and he was all like, "Oh, you're gonna interfere?" Nope. In comes Swerve with a chain because that's how I do now. After the match, Hangman addresses Samoa Joe and Swerve and made it clear that their eyes are on MJF. Out comes Kenny. Everyone's nice and excited. Hangman says, "If it's you and me that we cross paths, may the best man win." And Swerve's like, "Nah, fuck that shit." He just gives him a stare down, and I was just like, I like this. I like the tension. And he's like, I don't know if I can trust you bullshit. Because as of right now, it's everyone against MJF. So, but out comes Don Callis because why not? I guess they've been feuding for 1,000,000 years, and they're just going to continue to feud until one of them dies. And I love how Excalibur botches this stat, but it's true. He did stab Kenny Omega with a screwdriver to kick him out of the Don Callis family, not to lose the AEW championship, but whatever. And then I love how he's like, "Yeah, I'll just fight the guy that broke Kota Ibushi's leg." And the thing that broke me was Archer's on the side. I died. I fucking died. That was the greatest thing ever. I was like, Archer should just do shit like that all the time. Like, that's how you're going to get over, just being the fucking wacky dude in the Don Callis family. And then they get all hyped up. He's like, "Yeah, let's have a match. I got a couple minutes." And Don's like, wait, we'll do it next week. Typical fucking scared guy shit. And then, which made no sense to me at all. Brody King's backstage talking to Renee, and he runs into John Cruz, the replacement Jose, and He tells him, like, oh, yeah, dude, I'll see you out there. You got a match. He's like, what the fuck? And he goes out there and destroys this nerd in a fucking jumpsuit. It was whatever. I thought it was kind of a waste of time. And then he goes on to, again, everybody's botching on the mic in AEW today. He's going to try to, I think he wanted to say that Bandito, if he won tonight, would be the first Mexican AEW champion, which I think would be right. But then he was like, I'm not sure. So he said he would just be the new. So get your facts right before you go crazy. This fucking four-way tag, anytime the Bucks are on TV, I'm telling you, PWG comes right to fucking mind, and there was nothing short of that on this one. Jet Speed, Gates of Agony, Davis and Doyle. Dude, Jake something is something.
Yeah.
Jake something is something. And I'm very surprised that Davis and Doyle actually picked up the win. They earn a shot at FTR, which, again, just it feels like the wrong move. It felt like we're all eyes are on the Bucks. All eyes are on the Bucks winning the championships back and taking the division to a different level. Now, and I've been thinking about this for all of about 11 minutes, Davis and Doyle could be that team. Could be that team that everyone has to chase. They're two massive motherfuckers. These guys are big as shit. And they I don't want to say they made light work of three of the bigger tag teams in this division. But again, when everyone thought it was the Bucks, not even close. When you thought maybe Jet Speed, not even close. These guys just might have that new, fresh, hot momentum that maybe they're the ones that run the division to help reform it a bit. Who could take down the big bastards? It's not going to be easy. It's just an idea. It's just an idea. I don't think we have a fucking AEW pay-per-view for like a month.
Nothing for Revolution, no.
Yeah, so
Probably.
You can do whatever you need to do in the time being, I guess, and then eventually we're going to need to get to the Bucks. If that means, I don't want it to be through Davis and Doyle, but then again, put it in a three-way and just don't pin them.
I love the name Davis and Doyle. It sounds like a really shitty detective series.
Yes, thank you. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that thought that. I was like, these guys are like a really bad fucking law enforcement. They're private eyes, Davis and Doyle. They're on the case.
It's good to see him doing something with Davis, though, because he hasn't really done much since breaking up with Fletcher.
No, he's done nothing.
And I'm glad he is a tag team guy. And I hate saying it like that because I hate to have to put guys in a bubble, but he works really, really well in a tag team, and I do mean really, really well. And having somebody like Jake something is a totally fucking different breed of dude than fucking Kyle Fletcher, obviously. But it still gives that aura. But actually, I want to say a little bit different. These guys, they're the two big badasses. Do you know what I mean? They're what the Gates of Agony are hoping to be. Hoping. They're not going to be there yet. Another set, this one was a fucking 6-man. Yeah, 6-woman. It was the Triangle of Madness against the Babes of Wrath and Chris Statlander. Triangle of Madness pick up the win on this one. Not that shocking. Good overall match. I expected them to do something. Tekla gets the W, and it's time to start doing something with her. I don't know what that something is. I don't know how you can get her anywhere without having to dethrone like a Willow or something like that. But it's time to get her some wins, just some kind of momentum. It's time to give the Triangle of Madness a little bit of love. These ladies are good. Fucking goddamn Cora Jade. My fucking right one. Am I on the right one? Right.
Cora Jade.
They look like Cora Jade, right? That's who I'm thinking of. Cora Jade, Julia Hart.
They do look alike, yeah.
Oh, Sky Blue. Thank you. See, I fucking knew I was fucking it
Don't
up.
insult Craig like that.
Craig's throwing something at me right now. Well, he'll in about 3 weeks when he actually watches this episode. But it's true. He's all mad right now, and I apologize to you, Craig. No, Sky Blue looked absolutely outstanding in this match. She was a fucking standout and then some. It's time to do something with her too. Like I don't know what we're waiting to pull the trigger on. She's hot. She knows how to work. I really don't know what more you need from that. WWE does plenty with it, so let's make it happen. Backstage, this felt like the uncles at the party, like telling you happy birthday. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like. So Jet Speed's back there talking to fucking Renee, and fucking Hangman's like, hey, you guys are the future. You know what I mean? Fucking this Uncle Swerve's had too many to drink. He's like, I told Tony Khan about you, Kevin Knight. And I'm like, It's a bit awkward. And then Hangman's like, just mad, and he really wants to beat up the odds. Trios title match, you guys and me. And fucking got there. Speedball is so confused. He's like, wait, are you for real? Wait. And then he's so confused, he makes Hangman confused. Wait. Yeah, I'm for real. Yeah, I'm for real. And it's like, oh my God. It threw me for a whole loop. I was just like, you guys are, nobody knows who's telling the truth. It doesn't know if it's really happening. Is it a dream? Somebody pinned Speedball.
Yeah, I think it would have been better if Hangman would have just walked in and goes, you guys want to win some gold?
Yeah.
Almost like Stand By Me. You guys want to go see a dead body?
Oh, wow, what a comparison. But it's true, though. You know what I mean? You can ask these fellas a question instead of just being like, boom, you're recruited. Like, what the fuck? I had plans Saturday night, asshole. Oh, well. Speaking of plans, God almighty, we're going to get some fucking matches out of this one, and thank God for it. I already kind of said it, and I'm going to say it again. The Rascals were announced that they are coming soon to AEW, all three of them. And you know what? I was hoping for this move a fucking year ago instead of them going back to TNA, but they did. It didn't hinder them, but now they're here, and let's see where it goes. Slowly rebuilding the trios division. I like it. Speaking of things I like, I'm glad Bandito got a shot. This is a great way of getting guys over, knowing damn well they're not going to beat MJF, because MJF is going to go in there and he's going to put in fucking work with somebody. That's the one thing I can praise about this kid. And if you don't praise him about it, I don't know what to tell you. He will go in there and say, cool, we already know you're losing. Let's give him everything. Let's give him every fucking thing, dude. And something with the luchadors. I don't remember him working a lot at luchadors back in the MLW days, but his work with luchadors is just something of a different ball game. He's on a different athletic level than I think he even understands. And these guys bring it out in him. They bring the real athlete out. That former inside linebacker from New York, the fucking all-state linebacker. That's what's happening. Good match. Yeah. MJF retains against Bandito. And all eyes are on who's up next. And if it's Kenny, it's over.
Yeah. What I really liked was how MJF seemed to legitimately put him over after the match. And I think he genuinely meant it. But then, of course, he had to go heel and just jump on him afterwards.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that. It was a beautiful little moment where, you could see the humility in his eyes, like, hey, bro, you can fucking go. And it's true. There was a reason, and I know we just bashed Uncle Dave a second ago, but there's a reason why Uncle Dave was calling Bandito one of the best wrestlers in the world. Like, this cat is not some fucking slouch. Yeah, he's in a great tag team with him and Brody King, but there was a reason why he was a fucking, hundreds of days Ring of Honor World Champion. There is a reason why every company in the world wanted him before he got hurt. Everyone. They wanted him in New Japan. They really wanted him in WWE. They really wanted to make something with him, and that's back when Vince was around.
Yep. That's why I said Bandito was Wrestle of the Year last year for me.
Yeah, and they should be making a bigger deal out of him being Ring of Honor World Champion.
Yeah.
Here's a big one then. Does this put Tony Khan in a bit of a situation going into All In? Ospreay's going to come back, without a doubt. Does he go Max and Ospreay, or does he go Kenny and Ospreay?
Kenny.
To have it.
For me, it's no hesitation, and the reason I say that is because of the exact thing that we were just talking about with Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre. There are feuds in this business that will allow you to have that crowning moment and then say, guess what? We ain't done. To have more to it, to have more meat left on the bone, to continue on the feud. And that's something that I think we can have because we've had it before. Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, you know what I mean? The back and forth, back in the Don Callis family days, back in New Japan when he was the young pup and going up against Kenny. You've had it before. We can have it again. In AEW, there's that massive difference of we're willing to hang out and go for the ride. If we know it's going to be a fun ride, baby, strap me in. Let's go.
Forbidden Door. One of the best matches I've ever seen.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, that's the thing with All In. They need to fill that stadium. And as we know from going a year and a half ago, it's a big fucking stadium to fill. It was just over half what they had the year before when they first went to Wembley. But, you know, you can say the first time they went, they had all the momentum. It was a big deal. It was his first major event at Wembley in God knows how long. First biggest event in Wembley outside of WWE and all this and that. So they had all that hype around it. 2024, they didn't have all that hype, and it was harder to fill.
No.
And yeah, you know, we had Bryan Danielson winning the title and all that, and it was a great show and everything still, but they still only half filled the stadium. So they took a break from it this year. They went to the O2 for Forbidden Door instead. All In went to Texas, which wasn't a bad move. No. So they brought it back to Wembley this year, and they need something big to fill it, because otherwise you're going to have about 40,000 again, and it's not going to look good.
When is All In?
August.
In August. Oh, God. Okay, so it's plenty time out. So plenty of time for Will to come back. And are you ready for this? He's already said that he wants to work New Japan as well. Guess who else has stated he wants to go work New Japan? Kenny. What a better way. And guess who's going to have a lot more momentum to take in to the UK, take into Wembley than New Japan. New Japan, for some reason, has that much bigger of an aura than AEW, especially out there in Europe. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's closer. Maybe because it's bigger in some way. I don't understand it, but it works. And it works well. And if you have a Kenny versus Will Ospreay main event, that's building block number 1, 2, and 3. You've got the two big names. You have the massive match. You have the hometown guy. Anything you add on top of that is the sprinkling, is the hot fudge, is the fucking cherry, whatever toppings you want. And that's how you build it. You have to have a ultimate main event to even consider filling Wembley. I'm just, again, look at all the shit back. I'm finally understanding just how big Wembley truly is, how important Wembley truly is. They took down one to make it bigger. Okay? That's how fucking important Wembley is. All right? There's a fucking joke in Ted Lasso. You know, this is the one that, the Queen was in. That was old Wembley. What the hell? Yeah, exactly. That's the history from the old to the new, and AEW has to try. And I do mean try. You may not get all, 68?
The first time it was 75. They claimed 80 something, but it was 75.
The only way you're going to hit the 70s, the only way, is with a Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay main event. How you figure out the rest of the card from there, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But if you don't have that as your top match, let me say that part because that part always seems to be forgotten. If you don't have that as your top match, there will be a problem.
I agree.
You've also got to factor in MJF. He's got to do something big, even if he's not going to have the title.
Okada.
Down.
I'm sick and tired of AEW sitting on their fucking hands with dream matches. Yeah. Stop it.
This is the event
Stop
to do
it. Stop it. Stop it. If you again, 100,000 for the footy, and it sells out like that. You want to sell out the 80,000 at Wembley? You got Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Now, for just the sugar on top of it, why the fuck not? Let's have the greatest tournament wrestler take on MJF. Why not? Why? Because we haven't had it yet. Because, again, what was the reason why Moxley won the Continental Classic and won the Continental Championship? Because we never had Moxley versus Okada. We haven't had MJF versus Okada.
Just anything but have the Death Riders there. Just please disband them.
You know what? Just make Claudio the sole leader. Mox doesn't need him anymore. Claudio is just a murderer.
That's all I need. I don't need them to disband. I don't need them to go away. I need Mox to step away from it, make it perfectly clear that he has nothing to do with it anymore.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Like I said last week when they had that little back ringside brawl, and then they were going to retreat, and then Claudio just storms through the crowd, rips off his shirt, steps over the barricade. That's final boss level.
Yeah, it was. It's time to make that a thing.
Why is he not the leader?
Yep.
Fucking seriously.
Should make Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta the leaders.
Oh God.
And I want to say
The Mood
now,
Hoovers.
I want to say now, if you're gonna put the belt on the Rascals, imagine having MSK, one of my favorite ever tag teams in NXT, against Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia, and you put them two clowns to beat MSK. I'll fucking lose it. Please God, do not have them two to beat MSK. But I would have, if you don't go Osprey and Omega, have the Rascals against the Elite. I'm not saying no.
I don't know if it's anywhere near as big of a thing, but I mean that's definite like a little sugar on topper. You know what I mean? If Kenny isn't used and maybe it's Osprey and Okada, let's go with that. Don't forget, that's another one. I don't think we've had that one. I think we've had that one already in AEW.
Was
Maybe once, yeah.
World's End last year?
If not World, then maybe a Forbidden Door.
They've
That was Classic.
they've definitely had a match because I remember specifically hearing Will Ospreay say Okada.
Yeah.
Wasn't it for
well,
the Continental Championship?
It may have been, yeah.
Or either that or international, one of the two.
Yeah.
Continental.
So last week, there was a shift in power in Max Wrestling. El Jefe was named general manager of Max Wrestling before being interrupted by Daniel Crimmins, who was also named a general manager. I still don't know how that happened. However, Mo took his powers upon himself to announce an open challenge next week for a shot at the Knowledge Champion Ted P. Dinero. The open challenge has been answered, so we will see a trivia clash next week. The question is, who is Mo facing? The answer is right here.
Okay, so we got people out here creating jobs for themselves like it's 2020. That's cool. That's real cool. But check this, baby. Promo Rumble's still on the table. And I guess, in order to have something to do, I got to make myself available. So, El Jefe, GM, whatever you want to call yourself, okay, I'll accept. But if anybody got anything else that is a little bit more important or something, let me know. But I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna take my time this year, and that's a fact.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Some monsters don't hide under your bed. They walk among us. Take a journey with some of the darkest minds and twisted crimes in history. A brand new show from Daz Lee, Homicidal Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
2026 is kicking off in style, and our first Max event of the year, Promo Rumble 11, will be no exception. It comes your way in just 2 weeks on January 29th, featuring predictions for the 2026 Royal Rumble. Plus, the captain was chosen at the Maxis to have the traditional Rumble Champion's choice, and he has selected Brew Capone as his challenger for the television championship. How will the leader of the Appalachian Mafia fare in his first ever championship match?
Just a little bit short, that's how. It's non-title, but it's honorary sibling rivalry as the world champion, the Demoness, faces the international champion, Robert Davis. The Blackhearts collide in the CWO Stablemates collide in Showdown in the Shadows 3.
Get out your lights, because it's going to be a dark one. The Demoness may not be defending her title against her Blackheart brethren, but it is on the line as she defends against 1/3 of the Dragon Club, the Phoenix. Supernatural forces collide for all the gold.
Just like Beer did last month, just like Feeny, good luck to you. And as we heard just a few moments ago, Cypher has answered the challenge of Moses Marquez and will face him next week in trivia competition. The winner of that will go on to Promo Rumble 11 to challenge the Forever Knowledge Champion, Ted P. Dinero.
And as general manager, I have a fun stipulation to add to this one. If I go on to face Ted P. Dinero and win the Knowledge Championship, there will be a tournament to crown a brand new Knowledge Champion. As I am general manager and plan to not hold any championships, I am just here to set the standard. And once again, this all comes your way January 29th. The official Promo Rumble theme song is Arrival by Captain's Revenge, taken from the debut album Monster. Available now on all streaming platforms. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com/rumble for more information and links to the music.
Yeah, boy. Well, welcome back to Max Wrestling. I am the captain. He is LFA. We are joined by Beer. Speak his name and he appears. Once again, make sure you drop a people's elbow on the like button and a 5-knuckle shuffle on the subscribe button. Follow us on all podcast platforms and social media at Max Wrestling UK, and make sure you visit the beautifully done website, which I am in the process of updating all the profiles on, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
Do it.
Okay, the Demoness is going to be very busy in a couple of weeks. She has 2 matches at Promo Rumble. She had a title defense at Promogeddon against Spear, and it didn't exactly go to Dragon Club's way because she got in all 3 of our heads and took advantage and kept her title. However, Phoenix is now coming for her. He called her out last week, so now we're going to hear a response from the Demoness. And I haven't even done anything. I was just a passerby last week or last month. So
I was this close to completing the final frontier.
Oh, shit.
I'm a victim of consequence here. I'm an innocent bystander, but we'll see what she has to say.
Hello, mortals.
You bunch of foolish ants. You are so predictable and foolish. How did you not see that coming? How did I manage to manipulate 2 brothers in arms and transform them into demons and then betray their best friend? The Dragon Club is a failure. How easy it was for me to take over 2 minds and convince them to betray their friend. You looked so proud standing above him, Phoenix, smiling like I predicted you would. And here you are now. Don't think I haven't heard you and the captain complaining and how you're not happy. Don't be so easy to manipulate next time, huh? Predictable rats. But that's not why I'm here. Or is it? Hello, Phoenix. You want my title because I turned you demon and you didn't like it. Which is strange, because for many years you've called yourself the demon of the valley and then hid it away. I just rose you and convinced you to betray your friend. How easy it is to manipulate minds when you are me. You didn't see that coming, did you, mortal? None of you did. And then you appealed to Nicola. Phoenix, that was the mistake you all made. Who appeals to Nicola? Me and Nicola are the same people, or same person, except I buried Nicola, but you's managed to appeal to her, and she laughed in your face and told you what? I am her queen. I accept your challenge, Phoenix, but be warned. I will put you back in the flames. I will make sure this time you do not wake up. Last time they found a way. After I kidnapped you and put you in a deep, deep sleep. Phoenix tears will not save you this time. I will make sure that you are buried and gone. You will cease to exist. So if you're brave enough to walk through my hell gates, then I'll be waiting for you, my sweet. But know this, you mortals are all predictable, every single one of you. What's it like, mortals, having Nicola laugh in your face? I will see you soon, mortals. And Phoenix, your head is mine.
Okay, now, we have a wall, and it's full of wankers.
Hey.
It's time for the wanker wall.
Get your hankies ready.
I'm the biggest wanker in this place, man! Hey, no. I'm the biggest wanker in this place, okay? Me, not you.
Alright, I'm not going to go first this week. Who has everybody got?
You know, I don't know why. It's not for anything in particular. He was just doing his job this week on Dynamite. But I just want to give Don Callis 10 points just for being just like a dick. Just a dick. Again, no in particular reason. He's out there doing the heel job like he's supposed to. It's all good in the head, but it was just like, I'm like, leave Kenny alone. Okay? Just leave Kenny alone. He's got diverticulitis and some shit. You know what I mean? Lost 45 feet of intestine. Just leave him alone.
I want to give 50 points to Bruce Pritchard.
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
He called Vince. He said on his recent podcast that when Vince was running creative, he said that he was 10 years ahead. I'm like, what? He gave us the worst set of wrestling I have probably seen since post the fucking PG era. If you remember, and I'm pretty sure all of us will have suffered, Monday Night Raw was the worst wrestling show on television from 2016. Thank God SmackDown Live was great. Thank you, Ryan Ward, for that. Monday Night Raw was the worst television show I have ever seen. Period. So, let me say something to you, Bruce Pritchard, you fucking nerd. Vince was about 20 years behind. More than 10 years ahead. Now, Triple H is no fucking angel. The creative sucks. Vince's creative was terrible, but Triple H's booking is not that bad. But trust me, Bruce Pritchard, you're a fucking geek. 50 points to you. You fucking nerd.
Triple H's booking is a little helter-skelter, but I do think that there's a lot of interference from TKO.
Yeah. I do think that, there's because you look how it started. Look how WWE started under the Paul Levesque era, if you want to get all fancy with the names.
Mm-hmm.
And it started hot. It started good. It's just like, fuck yeah, dude. We're starting to feel like we're watching NXT, but on the main. And then it kind of just got weird. But then again, now there is that, as you put, that overseer TKO. When Daddy's watching, what are you doing, boy? When he's not watching you party. But it's all it's just how it has to be. But fucking 10 years ahead, maybe in dementia. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Remember when he booked Elias against Bobby Roode for 6
when
weeks
you're
in
a
row?
fucking pole rider, boy, you say anything you need to say.
I remember Bobby Lashley's sisters.
Oh my god.
One of them was Max Caster.
Oh my god.
That's right.
I wanna. And
That's right.
the episode of Raw after WrestleMania 39.
Worst
I remember
post-Mania
sitting
Raw
on this
ever.
chair. I remember sitting on this chair, and I was like, "Was Jay White coming in, or is it going to be a debut like Braun Breakker to be called up?" No, all we had was Matt Riddle. Nothing against Riddle, but and there was another. Who remembers the Bobby Lashley Lana wedding?
Yeah.
I have flashbacks.
And then Liv Morgan was a lesbian for 5 minutes.
Heyo.
God almighty. So yeah, Bruce Pritchard, fuck you. And you killed NXT as well. Thank God.
Yeah,
Shawn
you did.
Michaels
Oh yeah, he
saved him.
did.
And
then Shawn was like,
Shawn
nope.
Michaels saved him. He's like,
Yeah,
hold that.
I'm bringing you back to life with the power of Jesus.
All right, who else we got? I got a really quick one, actually, and that's whoever did Maxine Dupree's... her stylist this week, whoever it was.
There you go.
Maxine Dupree didn't look like Maxine Dupree. I don't know what the hell you were doing. It looked like a timeless Tony Storm parody.
Yeah.
Really?
I agree with that.
She had like the big ass flowing hair. The makeup was like 10 times heavier. So whoever styled Maxine Dupree this week, you fucked up.
You fucked it all the way up.
And it took away from her trying to cut a serious promo on Becky Lynch, which just ended with, "I'm going to put you in an ankle lock and break your ankle."
Bro.
Yeah, she missed out the bro.
Don't forget the bro.
Or if you want to be full on Kurt Angle, break your fucking ankle.
All the way. That's because that's how Angle gets down.
I still remember being
All the way
11 and marking out because Kurt Angle dropped an F-bomb and they caught it on camera when he had The Rock in an ankle lock.
Yeah, I remember that.
Back
No way
in
out
the day.
2001.
Yes. Like, the amount of times I rewound it, because, like, I was 11 years old and Kurt Angle just said, "Fuck."
I was like, what? That bomb on the first time since Bowman. Oh, I want to give 20 points as well to Michael Cole. I love you, Michael Cole. You're in my top 3 with JR and Morrow. He called Bruce Pritchard a creative genius.
He did.
No. No.
He's got to play in the ballpark.
Fucking clown. I love you, Cole. You're in my top 3, like I say, with JR and Morrow, but big no from me.
Nah. I've been down on Bruce Pritchard ever since I don't remember what his role was, but he was pretty much in, I think it was talent relations in TNA, and
yeah,
he let, I don't want to say his name, but Austin Aries' contract expire while he was a tag team champion going into a pay-per-view match, and they had to re-sign him right before the match, like right before the event.
Dumb shit.
He's a dumbass.
Who else?
Trying to think. Oh, I want to give 10 points each to Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta for just having no aura. I think that's going to be a regular. They have no fucking aura.
We'll stop giving them points when they gain aura.
Good luck with that. We'll be here till 2036 at this stage.
Jeez.
Oh wait a minute, they're already on
Old
the
and
board.
gray by then.
Was there a last one?
I'm redundant. I'm reluctant. I don't know. I'm reluctant to give this guy points because I know how he feels. But good God Almighty, did he kill commentary for a fucking awesome 4-way tag match? I want to give 20 points to Ricochet because he was the most down and beaten son of a bitch I've ever heard in my life because the Eagles are out of the playoffs. And he's just like, yeah, they're doing the move. And I was like, really, Ricochet? Like, I get it, dude. Like, the fucking Eagles are your thing, and your team loses, and your shit. This fucking team's got no fucking cups to play for. They either got to fucking win big or they're shit. Well, guess what? We're shit, mate. So, fucking join the club and suck it up and go through life.
You're in the Champions League.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna win it.
Never know.
Fucking hell. Yeah,
Strange.
That's like Vladimir Kozlov's in the WWE title match. Yeah, but he's not going to win it.
Exactly.
You'd have thought JC Jane would have been the NXT Women's
You know what?
champion.
No, pause. You want to know how we win it? Miraculously, fucking Harry Kane says, yeah, I'll leave the Bundesliga to come back to Spurs. We fire Frank, bring back Ange Postecoglou, and fucking go sign Adam Wharton and a fucking goalkeeper. And then there you go. Maybe we'll win it. Then I'll believe a little bit. But until then, we're shit.
Case in point.
That's
fair enough for me.
I'm gonna give 20 points to John Cruz just for being a nerd.
Total
I've
nerd.
never seen anybody so excited to get their ass kicked by Brody King.
He was pretty gung-ho.
I'm pretty sure he threw a shoe at him too.
He did.
Who throws a shoe, honestly?
Honestly.
Ronnie Jordan did last week. She gets away with it. She's Mrs. Carmelo Hayes.
And she's hot.
Facts.
Yes.
Bingo.
Facts, man.
You know what? It hasn't really, like I said, it's been a decent week. There was nothing super standout. It was just a really good week of wrestling. So I don't think I've got anything else wrestling related for the Wanker World, but I will. Ice got 100 points last week. I'll add another 50.
Hell yeah.
And while we're at it, give another 50 to Trump.
Yep. Keep it going.
And 50 to Starmer. He deserves
Yeah,
to be
you
on
can
the
have some
wanker.
too.
Yeah, get him on there. Fucking scumbag.
We don't do politics very often, but
when we do, it's obviously impactful.
When it's Prime Minister and President, we have to.
Hey,
the ironic thing is the Wanker Wall that I'm looking at is red.
Hey, it serves it right too.
All right then. Well, is there any more last minute points before we switch sides?
I think we're good. He's having to think.
Russo's not said anything dumb.
Nope, shockingly.
Uncle Dave, has he done anything stupid?
No. I trust me. I checked both of them and Jim Cornette, and nobody. They were all good, shockingly.
Cornette's not done anything mad. No, I think that's it.
All right then. Let's switch sides.
You just said Cornette did nothing wrong, but he actually did something kind of memorable. So, there was a dude, TJ Spaula, whatever. Apparently, he was suspended from his job at a Ford plant for calling Trump a pedophile protector.
Yeah.
And I guess Jim Cornette jumped on Twitter and was like, hey, if anybody can put me in contact with this guy, he wants to give him $5,000 since he got suspended for his job for standing up to politics. That's good old-fashioned fucking, brotherhood right there. Like, hey, dude, you lost your job because you spoke your mind? Fuck that shit. I got a little bit of bread for you. That's awesome. I normally don't give good points to Jim Cornette, so for this week, we'll make it count 25. Or should I say, you know what? No, 5,000, so we'll make it 50.
That'll be the guy that Trump lashed out at, dropped all the F-bombs and dropped a tiny little finger to.
Oh my God! This guy's also the same dude that gets mad at people asking proper questions and calls them piggy.
Yeah.
Dumb shit.
I think we got to give points to Braun Breaker just for the absolute chaos he caused on Raw.
Don't give him points; he's gonna kick our ass.
I'm scared of him.
Absolute young stud that he is. There was somebody else, but I can't think off the top of my head. Who wants to go next?
I want to give the cameraman who got that incredible view of Sky Blue's lovely booty on Dynamite. So 50 points to that cameraman. Get yourself a raise.
Cameraman and AEW understand the assignment.
I want to give 20 points. I don't know about 20. I want to give 30 points to Darby and Pac. Pac is a bad motherfucker.
He's
an angry
I don't know
Geordie.
where this is coming all of a sudden from, but I'm loving it.
I don't think Pac gets the love he deserves.
No.
I love him as Adrian Neville.
He's an angry little man.
Well, I wouldn't say that to his fucking face.
No, I
Kill
wouldn't say
him.
it to his face.
No, I'm an angry Geordie. I don't think I would. 30 to Derby and to Pac. But Derby was taking that bump.
100 points to whoever chose the theme song for the Royal Rumble, because obviously it is Linkin Park.
Yes.
It's crazy, really. It's a crazy time to be a WWE fan and a Linkin Park fan, because they never used Linkin Park before, and they've used them twice now in less than a year, because they did use them for a highlight package at SummerSlam too. So just shows, just because they changed the singer, they ain't dead.
So gotta give WWE a bit of props, huh?
Take that. Who can we give some love to? You know what? I'm gonna do it. Jake Something's debut in AEW was absolutely something. 50 points to Jake Doyle. That sounds like I don't like that name. Jake Doyle.
It is.
Jake Something sounds way cooler.
I don't know. I would still prefer him as Jake Something, but
yeah.
Who else?
It'll grow on me. It'll grow.
Bandito.
Bandito for fucking
Give that boy
sure.
some points. You stood out against MJF and hold your own.
Bandito is fucking something else.
You know what? While we're throwing out big points, I'll go 50 for Bandito.
Yeah, let's go. It deserved.
Definitely. I want to give 50 points to Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
That
just
motherfucker
taking
was
the brutality.
great on Monday Night Raw. And Raw this week was better than last week. So Adam Pearce for that crash out. 50. Give him 50.
You get in his face, Pierce.
When Paul Heyman saying, "You touched him first."
And the collective from the crowd was
I
great.
love the dramatic way that Heyman speaks.
It's fantastic stuff.
Heyman
He's so
is
eloquent.
fucking Prince.
On that note, I think we need to give some points to Germany, because they were a hell of a crowd.
Yeah, they fucking were.
Not only did they know all the chants, but they brought back the "Hey Bailey, I want to know if you'll be my girl" chants.
I
think Doug Corey would probably.
Go ahead.
I bet Corey was deep down singing, "Hey, hey, Lyra."
Hey.
I mean, Lyra's Irish. She knows that song.
Yeah, she does. I've said it at this point a numerous amount of times that somebody's clicker is broken. As proud of as American I am, I don't give a shit. There are no better crowds than when they go overseas and go to Canada. There is not. There is a different breed of fucking fanhood, and I blame it on the footy.
Yeah,
I do, because the amount of emotion that goes into that game goes with you everywhere. Everything you do, everything you watch, that emotion is in there. Hell, look at fucking Love Island, for crying out loud.
Ugh.
Ew.
It's a shame that the UK are all getting house shows during this tour, so we're not getting a Raw or a SmackDown or anything. But I guess Belfast is the closest we're going to get for Raw this coming week, or is it Friday on SmackDown is in Belfast? I don't know where Raw is next week.
Raw's in
Actually, that's in Belfast. Oh no, SmackDown is in London actually. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Blake Monroe. Put Leon Slater, because he's actually with WWE this week. Hence why Styles is on TNA tonight.
Ooh,
on AMC.
Nice.
I will be covering.
I thought we gave him some last week, but he was definitely on the board last year. Javon Evans, Jordan Grace, and Trick Williams all need points too for their spectacular main roster debuts this week.
easy 30 apiece.
Yeah, I thought Jordan looked great. Big Mama Pump finally getting the love.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
I've said it. I've said it 100 times. I'll fight Jonathan Gresham for her. I swear to God, I will.
20 points to each of them, but I'm also going to swing an extra 10 points to Trick Williams because that whole swiping the mic and clacking a fan in the head killed me. His micro reaction was incredible.
Emma Norton would like, what? I do want to give 10 points to TK. He deserves points this week. And also, I do want to give 10 points to TK for getting the Rascals. Persephone's finally in.
Yes.
And who's the other?
Mystico.
Mystico, that's it. Yeah, getting in. Good signings, but he's got to
Oh,
start
no,
letting people go.
Masco Dorado. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, my bad.
That's right. Masco Dorado. They have
Yeah,
dual contracts signed with CMLL and AEW, so they are officially with AEW. Great move, by the way. You said 10, I say 20.
That's fair enough.
We'll extend it.
So yeah, Tony, you're see, I'm a fair man.
Hey, look at that. He's making moves during the transfer window, just not for that team.
Is he? I think TK might be the only person on both sides of the board so far.
Nice.
We can be fair, Tony.
Yeah,
we know you
you've got
watch.
20 points on the Bruv board, but you've got 30 points on the Wanker wall.
It'll even out.
It's okay.
He'll bat an even 500 by the end.
Ricochet's also on both sides.
Ah,
yeah, but you can't hate Ricochet. He's a prick, but he's a good prick. You get me?
Yeah, no, but
he only got 10 points.
Don't go moping around that your team lost, but that happens to all of us. Shit.
Honorary points to Rhea Ripley, of course, 10 points.
Obviously.
But I'm going to double it this week because she looked extra good. So 20 points to Mommy.
Jesus criminy.
I think I do want to give 20 points to Sky Blue. Oh, fucking hard, man. I want to give 20 points to Tekla. Because I love
Tekla's looking.
Tekla is a
There's
demon.
something different about Tekla the last few weeks. And I can't put my finger on it.
I don't want to leave Julia Hart out yet. 20 Julia Hart for just being Julia Hart.
Triangle. What was it? The Triangle Madness?
Points for the whole triangle this week.
You got it.
Like.
See, we're lenient within this.
Now, when you stand out, you stand out. That's the truth of it all.
Yeah, okay. 50 points to Mercedes Mone for taking a break. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Okay.
Did you know
Let's roll with it.
in January?
She's what?
It deals up in January next year, and people are already saying that she's leaving to go back to WWE. She's not going back to WWE anytime soon, and she's not going to win the Rumble.
Not unless she takes a massive pay cut.
Massive.
There's one woman that's going to win that Royal Rumble next year, and when she comes back, it's Naomi. So, all the Sasha stands out there, she won't be back anytime soon. That's my comment. I'm trying to think. There's one more.
It's too early. Too early to call for her to be fucking heading back over there.
Who else? I might have to give 10 points to Elon Musk because he actually laughed at a comment someone said about Keir Starmer. But you know this whole sexualized images. Keir Starmer's a fucking nut job. There was a photo that was put on Twitter, and Elon Musk actually liked and laughed at comments. So, shout out to Elon Musk. Fair play. 10 points to Elon Musk. Non-wrestling related, but Keir Starmer's a cunt.
Well, there it is.
One more.
One more?
I'm trying to think.
Don't really got much more. I think that was it for me.
I'm trying to think. Oh, I've gave Pac and Darby.
Yep.
10 points to EO Sky for just being EO Sky.
Hey, here we go.
And I think that's me done.
Yeah. I can't think of anybody else for points this week. Maybe 10 points to Finn Balor for finally getting a title match. But let's face it, they're only giving him a title match because they're in Belfast.
No. That's not the real reason we're giving him points. We're giving him points because he smokes weed while he's working out.
And he's a Tottenham fan.
And it's Spurs all day, baby. That's why he says you got to be fucking intoxicated to watch this goddamn team. He understands.
As I said to Corey, that is the match I've wanted since Punk came back, him and Balor.
I mean, slap and a half.
It's the wrong island, but it's still an island.
True.
Oh, Finny.
All right, that is it for those boards then. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you all. Before we close this up, let's find out what cheap plugs are coming your way from the TSK.
The cheapest of plugs are the best of plugs, as they say. Maybe just not for the hair, but definitely for the podcasting realm. A lot coming your way from the TSK. There's 2 long, I've been calling them long lost episodes at this point, but it's true. We did do a World's End review and then All Out. That's very late. The All Out is. Both of those will be dropping today. So you're going to get a 2-for on a Thursday along with the Max Wrestling episode, which is fun stuff. Max Footy Pod is actually picking up crazily right now, to the point where I took a day off of work so I could try to get caught up with it. I made an episode to talk about a player leaving, and now I got to make another episode about talking about, well, he ain't leaving. He's pulling the Leonardo DiCaprio. And we're gonna talk about how that looks. I have another one coming out talking about his replacements if he ends up leaving, and one of them is a massive star in Liverpool. So I don't know if that'll actually happen or not, but we'll talk about it. We'll see how that goes. I got some stuff written out for Corey, so hopefully he can get going on Charlotte because he's got some exciting news. A lot of guys going into the Charlotte, so a lot of news coming out of the MLS. Not so much for the Prem because the Prem is just. Well, it's just dragging for both me and Beer here, if you know what we're talking about. So we'll deal with that when we can. And the best way to find out when we deal with it is by following us on all of the fun socials. Make sure you follow us on the evil Twitter machine, Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, Max Footy Pod. And, of course, check out maxwrestlingnet.weeby.com for a whole bunch of leaks and a whole lot more. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, follow button right here on the YouTubes. Then head over to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere else you can find us. Remember, heading over to Facebook is where all the interactions happen. You can be a part of predictions. You can be a prediction champion. You might be able to take on Chris Reed and see if you can't maybe, just maybe, become an EVP. If you want to get into the promo game or the knowledge game, Facebook is where to do it. TikTok is a good backup, but we'll see y'all on any one of those platforms to get a hold of us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be debuting Back to Black and Gold. So I'm gonna review every episode of NXT from its inception.
Nice.
And I'm not reviewing 2.0. It's just gonna be from the start to that final episode of Black and Gold. All takeovers included.
It's 0.2.
There you go.
No.
And don't forget, we are closing in on the Rumble. We got 2 weeks to go. So next week, we have a Saturday night's main event to contend with before we reach the Riyadh Rumble. So keep coming back as we take it to the max every single Thursday, and we will see you next week for our Promo Rumble Go Home show. Goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang.
Well, you better be ready, boy. Better get that knowledge game right.